Give it up for Central Pennsylvania's own Mitrani!
Thank you. Give it up for your hosts, everybody. That is the longest intro I've ever had. But they did good. They did a good job. Yeah, I'm not from Florida. I do have this Dolphin shirt though. It turns out anyone can buy them. They don't check your license. They don't check anything. You can just wear them. Doesn't matter. Nobody cares. I'm from Central Pennsylvania. I grew up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, where growing up all my friends were either black or Jewish guys who thought they were black. And then I moved to Burlington, Vermont, where I went to college, and all my friends there were bisexual white women. That's an interesting combination of people. So, because that combination, I think I kind of talk funny. I think I say things a little weird. I'll say things like the other day I said, "Yo, bro, I fuck with David Sedaris heavy, bro." Yo, David Sedaris is my fucking dude. I do go to Florida every year, though. My grandparents live there. I'm Jewish, which explains why my grandparents live there. But growing up for probably the first 10, 12 years of my life, I didn't really know anything else about Florida other than that it's where my grandparents live, and all their friends live there, and all my friends' grandparents live there, and I really just thought it was a state full of old Jewish people. But I would hear people talk about how weird Florida was, and I was like, well, yeah, I guess it is a little weird that there's no kids or anything, it's just grandparents there. I guess that's odd. And then the more I heard people talk about it, and be like, Florida's crazy. Florida's the weirdest place on earth. I was like, all right, this is getting a little anti-Semitic. I don't know how as a 10-year-old I knew what anti-Semitism was, but couldn't put together the fact that anyone can live in Florida. It's not just Jewish grandparents. I want to get serious and talk about anti-Semitism for a second, though. It's just not a good word. Honestly, it's just I think we should change it. We could do Jewphobia. Everybody else gets a phobia. Why can't we have one? Why can't people just be afraid of us for what? Because also, there's nobody that's pro-Semitic. You're either Semitic or you're anti-Semitic. We don't have any fans or anything, you know what I mean? I was in California recently for a wedding, and I was in the San Francisco airport, and I saw a Robo-Cafe. This was a robot that makes coffee and other drinks for you while you're walking through the airport. And then I went to the bathroom, and I saw a human man cleaning the floor. And I just feel like those jobs could have been reversed. I just feel like if you asked that guy, which of these jobs do you want, he probably didn't get his first choice. I don't think that I've ever had a cappuccino and been like, I just hate that another man's hands touch this drink. I wish it was only a machine. Although I guess I do have an espresso, so it is kind of, I am basically doing that. Yeah, I have an espresso. Yeah, not to brag or anything, but things are going okay. So I was in California for this wedding, this incredibly rich family. So for context, they rented out the entire Ritz-Carlton in Tahoe for 200 people, and they got everyone a Theragun. Yeah. Well, not everyone. They got every room a Theragun. So the couples had to share, but I'm single, so I got my own Theragun. So, there's perks to loneliness. Nobody else has to use my personal massager. That's pretty nice. But yeah, so this was my brother's friend from college was getting married, and I don't know if you've ever been to a wedding, but usually when you're at a wedding, people ask you, how do you know these people getting married? And, sorry, for context, I forgot to mention, my brother's dead. Right, I guess I usually say that part before the other part. So let's pretend I said that first. Okay, so for context, my brother is dead. And I don't know if you've ever been to a wedding, but people usually ask you, how do you know these people getting married? And so anytime that question came up, I would just be like, oh, well, Gavin went to college with my brother. And they'd be like, oh, which one is he? And I would be like, oh, he's not here. And they'd be like, why not? And I'd be like, well, he couldn't make it. And they'd be like, well, where is he? And I'd be like, no one really knows, actually. for sure. It was easier after the best man speech because it was they're like a very tight-knit group of friends. So in the best man speech, you know, they mentioned my brother. It was very sweet, very heartwarming. You know, made me feel nice to hear. But it also like was easier because then when people ask me, how do you know these people? I'd be like, you remember that dead guy from the speech? That's why I'm here. Because he couldn't come. Yeah, no, my brother's friends they've been very nice to me, like, ever since he died, which does make sense, actually. It'd be kind of weird if they were like, fuck you! You're not him! No, but it's nice. I think that just, like part of it, I think, is that we look so much alike. Like, here's how much we look alike. So in college, before I turned 21, I'd use his ID to buy beer, and it was expired, you know, because he died, so he never renewed it. So it was expired, and one time I was buying some beer, and I brought it up to the counter, and the guy looked at my ID and he said, it's expired, so I'm not supposed to sell to you. But I can tell this is definitely you, so I'll give it to you anyway. Which is like, one, it was not me, and two, that's not how IDs work. Like, that's not, like, would he do that for a 16-year-old? Just like, well, it says you're 16 on your license, so I'm not supposed to sell to you, but I can tell it definitely is you, so here you go. I got sidetracked just thinking about this, how when Matt was on stage and he said he's not in therapy, it got an applause break, and that's got to be the most Florida thing about this. Some more stuff about the wedding. So there was a DJ he was really good. He played this EDM remix of "Fix You" by Coldplay. Yeah, which kind of felt like watching Manchester by the Sea in 3D. I get that this is supposed to make it fun, but it still feels pretty sad. You know? You guys remember before gay marriage was legal? How Republicans were always like, if we legalize gay marriage, things are going to get so much worse in this country? And then we legalized gay marriage, and things did get worse. And I don't think it's related, but it is weird. You know? What did they know? Was it a threat? Maybe it was a threat? And then, like, what was the biggest reason? What was the biggest reason that they didn't want gay people to get married, right? They were like, if we let gay people get married, people are going to start marrying animals. They're going to start fucking animals, right? Which doesn't make any sense, but it does make me love the movie The Shape of Water. Because you know that there was somebody that walked out of that theater like, I told you! I told you this would happen! We're going to get married now, the fucking fish people! I saw that movie with my dad, and he had the exact same reaction to it that he did to Call Me By Your Name. Yeah, at the end he turned to me and he said, that was a really beautiful film. He's not like homophobic or anything. He's a good guy. He does hate that I have a rose gold laptop though. I don't really know like what that's all about. Alright, thanks. I'm Adam Mitrani.
Give it up one more time for Adam Mitrani.